I'm Ryan Hansen. I'm a doctoral student in clinical psychology, and I inherited the online course for Psych 1100. And one of the things that I inherited with it was a treasure hunt that at first glance I kind of rolled my eyes at, but once I actually tried it out in my class, it ended up being really beneficial. So one of the things you should keep in mind when you design your course is that your students aren't going to see your course quite the same way that you do. You're going to be able to filter out all of the extraneous information. You're going to know where to look in Carmen, because probably you've had a couple Carmen courses yourself. Whereas, especially if you teach some of the lower level courses, you're going to have returning to adults or freshmen that have never seen this thing before. So one of the things that's really helpful is to make sure that they know where they need to go. What I do is I try and make sure that when they first enter the course, they can't see anything except for a big link that says start here. So that way they know where to go. They don't have to filter out 20 different assignments that aren't relevant right now, or lots of different links that they don't need to follow at the moment. So at first, all they can see is one thing, a big start here link. And then I have them go to a next step that'll go and check out and make sure everything works with Carmen, because I have a lot of videos and interactive elements, and I want to make sure that their browser is compatible with the technology that I'm using. And I have them go through a 10-step treasure hunt where they're going to go through and use every feature in Carmen that I'm going to use in the course. And I try and make sure that they do this in the first day or two of the class. The thing with online is a lot of times the assignments are a little bit more flexible. You get some leeway in terms of when you do things, but invariably most of your students are probably going to do things at about 5 minutes before it's due. And by having them go through and make sure that they know how to post to the discussion board or upload assignments to the Dropbox or be able to take surveys or quizzes, I'm able to make sure that we get that out of the way. So it works out for them because they know what they're doing. They kind of get that problem solving done at first. And it also works out for me because I don't get quite as many frantic calls and emails right when the assignment is due. So as you're setting up your course, really do try and think through all of the ways that people could misunderstand what you're doing. They could not quite know what you mean. Another thing that this treasure hunt does is it makes everybody post to the discussion board at the beginning of class, including myself. I try and build a sense of community. So it's not just people that are all just completing assignments online, but that they actually have a little bit of give and take before the class even really starts, so that way they feel more comfortable talking with each other and discussing topics on the discussion board. Another thing that I try and do to make sure that that's a successful experience is I really do a lot of hand-holding in terms of what I expect from my students going in. So I make sure that I have my policies for the discussion posts, what I'm looking for, what I'm not looking for, how long they need to be, how to constructively respond to somebody else's post. All laid out both in the syllabus and in a little 30-minute introductory video that I do, and then I model that in my course discussion posts that I use to kind of seed the discussion board. I let my students know that they're not anonymous, and that there are a lot of things that are not acceptable that you could say on a random anonymous internet discussion board that are probably not going to fly in this class. So hopefully I'm also heading a lot of things off at the pass with that as well.